Good morning, everyone. All right, I'm just adjusting a few things. I'm going to give you all a minute to get logged on in here. My dog is a little antsy this morning, so we're going to see how he does. If he decides to get too annoying, make sure we can see the mat there, then he's going to be kicked out of the room. So we're going to see how that goes. But all right, maybe I'll just a second to log in. Those that are logging in, welcome to week 3. I think it's been a pretty good round so far. It's been fun. Morning, Chambray. It's been a good round so far. It's been fun to see you Monday mornings, and those that came Wednesday morning was way fun. It was really good to have. I had Megan and Sue Wednesday morning. They came because I subbed that 6:00 class there at Alta Canyon. And it was fun to have some noisy people. So thanks for being noisy, you too. All right, so let's get moving. I got Chambray on. Hopefully we'll get Michelle on, and I know we had Neil and Heather last week too. So let's give it a shot. Let's get going. I'm going to take my jacket off because I know as we get going, I'm going to warm up. And again, this will be about 20 minutes here. I got my timer going, timer on. I turned on a little bit of music, so hopefully it doesn't drown me out, but I try not to keep it too loud. All right, let's get ready to go, guys. All right, I think that's it. All right, let's get going. Let's get going. To our mat we go. All right, make sure my head's not cut off. We are golden. All right, when we're taking a nice deep breath in, I may adjust the computer here in just a minute. Flat back all the way down. I'm going to get you going. Round it up one vertebrae at a time. We got to give me a nice deep breath in. Keep going, guys. Flat back down. Round it all the way up, one vertebrae at a time. There we go. That's still better. Again, deep breath in. Flat back all the way down. Round it all the way up. One more time, deep breath in. Flat back down. Round it up. Nice and slow. Hold it here. Give me a nice deep breath. Arm comes up and over, and keep that palm down. Get a nice arch all through the back here. Dropping that shoulder. You can look down, or if you want to look up, you can look up towards the ceiling. Give me a nice deep breath. We're going to go up the other direction, up and over the other direction. Little bend, pushing this hip out, getting that nice round on the side. Beautiful deep breath in, up and over. One more time each direction, looking down or looking up. Looking good. Deep breath in as we come up and over. Beautiful, holding it there. One more time, let's bring it to center now. Round is our deep breath in. Inhale, exhale as we interlock the fingers, open the chest, lift the chest to the ceiling here. Lift the chin, we're really opening up the chest. Arch that back. Beautiful. We're going to take it the other direction now. So pull those shoulder blades apart. Really pull the shoulder blades. Let the chin tuck. I can speak. Tuck the chin. That feels good. One more time. Deep breath in as we take it the other direction. Open the chest. As we lift the chest to the ceiling. Really open it up. Oh, does that feel good this morning? Worked hard yesterday, did you? If you did the workout yesterday, you worked hard. If you came to my class, you worked harder, right? Bring it around, pull those shoulder blades apart. That's the fun thing about coming on Thursday nights is we do the workout, but we had a few extras in there. And they worked hard last night. Bring it all the way up. One more time, take a nice deep breath in. Flat back all the way down. We're just going to hold it here for a minute. Put a slight bend in the knees. I have a little bend in my knees. I'm not fully extended yet. Little bend in the knees. Let your head just fall. If your hands are on the ground, awesome. Or if they're just up here, that's fine too. Let that upper back fall apart, right? So it's okay if you're rounded. What we're going to do is we're now going to straighten that upper back. So I'm going to pull my shoulder blades back so I have that nice flat back. Take it back down to that rounded back. Rounded back, let everything just hang, let your head hang. We're going to lift again. We're going to add that nice flat back, pull those shoulders back and down as we flatten that back. Beautiful. Let's round it, so take it down and round. All right, one more time. We're going to flatten that back as we lift and flatten the back. Wonderful. We're going to take it all the way down. Hands are on the ground. We're going to take it to all fours now. All fours. Okay. We're going to cat and cow it. I love this one in the morning. Draw that belly button in as we round. And then we're going to take it the other direction as we lift the chin and arch the back. I really want you to focus on this lower back right here, okay? So as I'm rounding, everything is rounding. I'm tucking my pelvis under, seeing how high I can get that arch in my back. Let's take it the other direction and see how much I can get that dip in the back. So I really kicked my booty out. Again, let's round that back. Round it, tuck that chin, round it. Oh, it feels good in the neck. Take it the other direction. Beautiful. Let's take one arm out. I don't care which one. We're taking it out to the side, and we're going to thread it through. Thread it through. Sit back on your hips, and you're going to look away from the mirror. Okay? Or the screen, unless you don't have a mirror. Most people don't have mirrors in their front room. So sit into it. My hips are sitting back. Bring it up. Let's take it the other direction. Hand comes out. I'm going to thread it under, and I'm going to sit back into my hips and bend that knee. So we're getting some rotation in that upper back as well as that lower back. Holding it there and breathing. Oh, doesn't that feel so good? Let's bring that up. Let's do it on the other side again as we come up. Hand comes out. Thread it under. Sit back into the hips. Back of the hips. Oh, do you feel like it's warming up a little bit more? Hold it there. One more time. Let's come up. Other hand. Take it, thread it under, sit into it. Rotation. Are you noticing one side may be a little more tight than the other? I definitely have that. We have muscle imbalances where one side is just more tight. We have one side that's stronger. We have one side that's more balanced. That's pretty normal, and that's where training comes in, because we want to try to eliminate those muscle imbalances as much as we can. Bring it back to center here. Let's walk our hands out. Open those knees a little. We're going to sit back into child's pose. Keep those arms extended over the head. Let's try to drop our forehead onto the mat. Drop that forehead onto the mat. Holding it there. Now what I want you to do while you're in child's pose is drop one armpit towards the ground so you get a little bit of a rotation. So I'm looking under one armpit while the other one is pressed to the ground, and then I'm going to switch. So I'm going to rotate my head. I'm going to look under the other armpit as the other one falls towards the ground. Good. Let's do that again. Rotate. Let it drop. Beautiful. Back and forth at your tempo, at your pace. If one side feels like it needs a little more stretch, stretch it. Feeling good, feeling good. We can give you another 30 seconds here. 30 seconds. Take your time. Side to side, whatever feels good for you. Nice. Bringing it back to center. Let's come up to all fours again. All fours. All right. Draw that belly button in. We're going to really round that back again into cat and cow. Your tempo, your pace again. Your tempo, your pace. Nice. Does that feel good? You feel like a little more warm. You're sinking into it a little more deep. Your mind-body connection's working a little better. Yeah. Just a couple more seconds here. Beautiful. All right, we're going to progress a move. So we're going to take the one hand out to the side, and then we're going to thread it under. So I'm going to thread under. Now you can stay right here. The side of my head is laying on the mat. My hips are backing down. Okay, well, backing up, but they're back. I want you to take the other arm and open it up. Okay, open this up. So we're looking at the ceiling. We got a little L going on with those arms, right? Pressure is not in the neck. It's more in the head. Let's bring that back down. Lift. We're going to go to the other side. So other hand, we're going to take it, thread it under, set those hips back and down a little bit. Once you feel comfortable here, if you want to try, open up. Open up. I want you to think about really opening up your shoulders versus just opening up the arm. So try to push that shoulder back as far as you can. Beautiful. Let's bring that back to center so hand comes down. Let's lift. Let's try that one more time on each side since that's a new move for us, okay? So let's take it under. Drop those hips back and down. We're going to open up, take the shoulder, try to pull that shoulder back versus just opening up. That's a little difficult, isn't it? You finding a little struggle with this? I wouldn't be surprised. This is a big move. This is big on everything in the upper body. All those muscles that get us to lean over, because we drive all day, we sit at computers all day, we're sitting all day with those shoulders forward. This is getting all of those. Give me a deep breath as we come down. Let's go the other way now. I feel myself sinking a little deeper into it each time we do it. Bring it under, bring it under. Are you ready? Hips back and down. We're going to lift and open up. Holding it here. We're going to take a good 20 seconds here. So take your time, take your moment, breathe through it, open that chest. We're feeling good. We're feeling good. We're almost there. Breathe. You're doing great. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that arm down. Come back to all fours. Press it back to child's pose. How we doing? How we feeling? Oh, yep. Now that child's pose feels a little better, right? Feels a little better. All right, we're going to dig our toes in and take it right into our modified down dog. So dig the toes in. We're going to lift our hips to the ceiling and our knees are bent. Let the head fall. Let the head fall. Push with the palms of your hands. If you're feeling good here, let's drop one heel time as if we're running in place. And we're in a running down dog. So a running puppy. That's not what it's called. It's not called a running puppy, but I'm going to call it that. Dropping one heel at a time. Continue to press the palms of the hands. We're feeling good. Beautiful. Give me just a couple more seconds here. We're going to drop both heels. Continue to press the palms of the hands. We're going to take it to plank and hold. Hold that plank. We did a ton of plank yesterday, didn't we? Remember that? Holding it there. Press it back to your down dog again. Drop one heel at a time as if we're running in place. Dropping one heel. Getting up through the hamstrings into those calves. Give me one more. Drop both heels. Press it to plank and hold. All right, you can drop to your knees if you need to, but we're going to chaturanga all the way down. So we're going to bend our elbows as we feel our inner arm rub against our rib cage. Roll those back toes. Keep the elbows locked into the side and press up. Press up. Now, if you're not quite warm in that lower back, you're like, ooh, not quite ready, you don't have to go as far. You can stay nice and low. Nice and low. But we're really going to lift. Good. Take the chest all the way down. Take a nice deep breath in. We're going to go straight up again into that cobra. Think about that. It's early morning. It's not that early, but it's early enough. All the way up. Lift the chin. Focus on pulling your shoulders down away from our ears. Beautiful. Let's dig the toes in, and we're going to press it back to our down dog again. Pressing it back, drop the heels. Let's take that right foot high into the air into a 3-legged downward dog. Holding it there. We're going to flex the foot, bring it down, and switch sides. Bring the other one up. Flex that foot. Hold it there, bring it down, switch sides. Bring the other one up. Flex that foot. Bring it down. One more time, then we're going to add on. Bring it up. Flex the foot. Come back down. Right leg high into the air. Right leg high into the air. We're going to swing it forward and sit into it. All right, we're in pigeon pose. Now, here's my option for my people who have knee issues and they can't quite get that leg in. You're going to do this move instead. We like this one. This is a good one. So this is your option if pigeon pose is a little too much on the knees or the mobility. Now, if we're in pigeon pose, I don't want that hip to fall. See how my hip has fallen? Watch me to sit up into it. We want a nice straight line as much as we can with that front of the foot, front of the leg. All right. For those that are in pigeon pose with me, take it all the way down. All the way down. Try to keep our shoulders pulled back. See how I'm tucked into it? I'm really going to lengthen. Yes, holding it there. If you're on your back, just to keep enjoying that stretch. Oh, feeling nice. Doesn't that feel good? Good morning, pigeon pose. All right, let's come back up, all the way up. For those that are on your back, you're just going to flip and switch legs. Okay, everyone else follow me. We're going to dig our toe in. We're going to press back to plank, back to your down dog. Left foot high in the air. Swing it all the way forward into that pigeon pose. Adjust the foot as needed and roll. Make sure we're not sitting on that hip at all. We're right there, feeling a good stretch up into the hip, up into the glute. This is a great stretch for that glute. Sit into it. And it's different than the fours pose. I really like the fours pose in class, and we do that a lot just because it's a real easy, great stretch for the glutes. But this is also a glute stretch. However, it stretches just a little different. So it's fun to keep a variety in your stretching. Feeling nice. Sink into that a little bit if we can. If you're on your back, you're doing good. All right, we're going to go through it one more time. So if you're on your back, just go ahead and switch. Everyone else, you're with me. Dig the back toe in. Press it back to plank. Press it back to down dog. Right foot high in the air. Swing that leg all the way forward. Sit into it. Sit tall. Pull those shoulders back and down. Lift that chest. Hinge at the hips as we lean forward. You got it. Holding it there. Getting that nice stretch. Feeling a little better on round 2. I feel things are loosening up. I'm finding new stretches that are happening around that hip that I didn't feel the first time. That's why it's important to repeat. Repeating can be boring sometimes, but there's a purpose. Such a purpose. All right, here we go. We're going to switch legs, switch sides. If you're on your back, you know what you're doing. You switch the sides. Everyone else, you're with me. Dig the back toe in. Press it back to plank. Back to down dog. Left foot high into the air. Swing that leg all the way forward. Sit into it. Sit into it. Roll that back toe. We're feeling good. Sitting tall. Hinge at the hips to lean over. Keep those shoulders down away from the ears. We're still feeling good, yes? Absolutely. Again, I'm sinking a little more into it this time. My body is a little more willing to relax. Our body's such a cool thing. It wants to always protect itself. And so it'll go right into that fight mode when it's like, okay, this is unusual, this is different, so I'm going to protect. But if we can teach our body, especially when we're stretching, we don't need to protect to let go. We're going to get a better stretch. That's why, again, we repeat. Hands on each side. All right. If you're on your back, you're going to come join us in plank. So I'm going to dig my toe in. We're going to take it to plank. So everyone should be at plank at this point, holding it here. We're going to take it down to child's pose. So drop both knees, press it back, sit into it. All right. We're going to intensify this a little bit. This is one of my favorite moves here. We're going to come up. We're going to take our feet, our knees wider than our mat, and then our heels as wide as our knees. So we're in that deep, deep, deep frog stretch. Okay, once we're here, we're going to take it down to our elbows and then push your hips back. Try to get those knees out nice and wide. Again, everybody's going to have a different mobility here. We're getting real deep into those hips. We stretched our glutes. I always like to stretch our glutes before we stretch our hips. Our hips will release a little better. They won't be as angry. Holding it there. Oh, that feels good. Now you can rock back and forth this a little bit. If you want to rock forward to give them a break and then deep breath in, sink in a little bit more. So that's called dynamic stretching. So we're stretching, but we're adding some movement to it. I like doing it, and they recommend to do it before you work out. We're getting the muscles warm. Your muscles will respond better when they're warm. And so when I feel like I'm not quite warm in a stretch, I'll add a little dynamic to it just to warm those muscles up a little bit. Holding it there. How are those hips still? This is painful. Because this actually kind of hurts. Or you may be like, wow, yep, that's what I needed today. It's a great way to really get into those hip flexors. I would recommend trying to get into the stretch every day. We have super tight hips on a daily basis just due to the fact that we sit all day. We're not meant to sit as humans. Our body does not like it. And so the more we can move, the more we can stretch, the better we're going to be, the healthier we're going to be. All right, let's put those hands. Let's bring it all the way up. You're going to flip around facing me now. Facing me. All right. Let's put one foot on top of the other. We're going to go back to those glutes. Let's get into those hips again. So sitting with one foot on top of the other. If this is hard on your knees, it's okay. You can go right here. Or if you don't have the mobility in your hips, this can be a hard seated position. All right, leaning it forward. You guys, guess what? We've almost hit 20 minutes. I feel like time flew. kind of flew on that one today. That felt good. Bring it all the way up. Switch sides. And I can't get over the importance of stretching daily. My chiropractor in particular, she can tell, lean it forward, when I have or have not been stretching. I get a better adjustment. My body just responds better. And so when she realized I was stretching daily, especially when we did this on a regular basis, she could tell. She's like, oh, you stretched. And then when I stopped, she's like, oh, you stopped stretching. So stretch, guys. It's amazing how well your body will respond. Let's sit up nice and tall, nice and tall. All right, we're going to turn and rotate. We're going to do a little spinal balance. And we haven't done spinal rotation. We haven't done much spinal rotation, except for when we were on all fours in that modified cat and cow and that modified child's pose. Take it over the other direction. It shows you how you could really spend an hour stretching, because that was 20 minutes. And there's a lot that we didn't get to and a lot to do. I did really want to focus on a little more upper body opening of the chest today. And when I always want to get booty and hips in, so we did get it all in. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take some deep breaths here. We're going to wind this down. Let's take a nice deep breath in above the head. Inhale on and exhale as we come down. Again, nice deep breath in. Exhale as we come down. This time as we inhale, I want you to take in the good. Think of wonderful, amazing things in your life. Bring it back down. Again, deep breath in. Think of the beautiful, wonderful, amazing things you have in your life. We're putting it into our life. We're acknowledging it, and we're thankful for it. Keep the hands here. We're going to bring it up. We're going to push out away from the heart. And then come back in. Settle down. As we come in, I want you to take anything negative, any negative feelings, anything you need to get rid of. You're going to take it, and you're going to push it away now. Exhale the negativity out. Bring it back in. We're bringing the good in. Settle the good. Take the negativity and bad. Anything you're holding that you need to release, inhale and exhale it away. Push it away into the world, into the universe. Let them take care of it. Come back. Bring in the good. One more time. Taking the bad feelings, the negative, pushing it out. Taking your good, the positivity, and bringing it back in and replacing it with positiveness. All right, guys. One more time here. Give me a nice deep breath in. Inhale up. Exhale as we take it down to heart center. Namaste, which means the light in me honors the light in you. You guys did wonderful. I hope that feels good for you if you're doing it in the evening. I hope you sleep better. I hope you wake up feeling better. All those things are so important, and that's why we stretch. So we're moving into week 4. I really hope you're all doing your homework with the packet I'm giving you of your daily tasks. Moving into week 4, people tend to fall off a little bit. So do not fall off. Keep going strong. Come see me Monday morning if you can. If not, I will post the Zoom link. We did have Teresa was live with us Zoom Monday, and it was really fun to have her on the computer there, and the class waved, and it was fun. So if you're not able to make it into Alta Canyon, that's fine. Let me know you're going to go Zoom. I'll keep an eye out for you Zoom, and then you all can, of course, watch and do the Zoom later. So, okay, I think that is everything. As always, questions, comments, concerns. Love you, Chambray. You're always on it. Love you, love you. All right, guys, please have a beautiful day, and I will see you all later. Bye.